Most people are chasing happiness like it's something far away. A better job, more money, a different version of themselves. And even when they get those things, the feeling doesn't last. If that sounds familiar, you're not broken. You've just been taught to look in the wrong place. Here's what changed everything for me. Joy isn't something you find outside yourself. It's something your brain learns to access. And once you understand that, the whole game changes. In this video, I'll show you how simple, science-backed habits can literally retrain your brain to experience more joy in everyday life. Not someday, not when everything is perfect. Starting now, let's talk about the real problem. Your brain is wired to protect you, not to keep you joyful. It constantly scans for danger, mistakes, and what's missing. That's why even on good days, your mind finds something to worry about. Over time, that pattern becomes automatic. Joy fades not because life is bad, but because your brain gets practiced at stress. The first habit that starts to rewire this is learning how to interrupt negative loops instead of fighting them. Most people try to get rid of negative thoughts. That backfires. The brain doesn't respond well to force. What it responds to is redirection. When you notice your thoughts spiraling, you gently shift attention to something physical and present. Your breathing, the feeling of your body where you're sitting, the sounds around you. Science shows this shifts activity away from threat centers in the brain and activates areas responsible for regulation and balance. You're not ignoring problems. You're teaching your nervous system that you're safe in this moment. Repeating this trains your brain to recover faster from stress. The second habit is practicing small, specific gratitude instead of forced positivity. Gratitude doesn't mean pretending everything is great. It means noticing what's working right now. A moment of quiet, warm sunlight, a message you didn't expect. These small observations matter. When you practice this regularly, your brain starts scanning for positive signals instead of constantly hunting for problems. That's not mindset talk. That's attention training. And attention is powerful. What your brain pays attention to becomes your experience. Joy grows where attention goes. The third habit is building micro moments of movement into your day. You don't need intense workouts to change your brain. Gentle, regular movement has a direct effect on mood-related chemicals like dopamine and serotonin. A short walk, stretching your shoulders, standing up and moving for a minute. Movement pulls you out of overthinking and back into your body. And when you're present in your body, your mind naturally quiets. Joy often shows up there, not an endless thought. Now here's where most people get stuck. They try one habit, then another, then they stop. That's why habit stacking matters. Instead of adding more to your day, you attach joy habits to things you already do. You slow your breathing while brushing your teeth. You notice one good thing during a walk. You stretch while waiting for something to load. This removes the need for motivation because the habit rides on a routine that already exists. Consistency becomes easier when the habit doesn't feel like extra work. Even then, resistance will show up. You'll forget. You'll skip days. That's normal. Here's what keeps people engaged long-term. How you respond when you slip. When you return without self-criticism, you strengthen self-trust. And self-trust is what keeps habits alive. Each return reinforces the message that change is safe and sustainable. Now let's talk about the ripple effect. As your brain becomes less reactive and more regulated, your relationships change. You listen better. You pause before reacting. People feel calmer around you. Daily challenges feel lighter. Not because life becomes easy, but because your nervous system becomes steadier. That's the real shift. Life feels more manageable, more grounded, more clear. So here's your joy blueprint. Interrupt stress loops with presence. Train attention towards small positive moments. Move your body gently and often. Stack habits onto routines you already have. Return with kindness when you fall off. That's how you rewrite your brain for joy. Quietly, gradually, backed by science. If this gave you clarity instead of pressure, subscribe to Better Self-Growth. This channel is about building a better inner life with ideas that actually work. And here's the thought to sit with. Joy isn't something you chase. It's something you train your brain to notice.